Keeping fitness, where do you see yourself going with fitness and everything? Because you, like, I know that you know what you're doing now. Like, you do it hard. Obviously, the progress is really, really good, and like a lot of people can see that.
Thank you.
And obviously, like, come for you, I guess, for advice at some point, which I'm sure they have. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, where do you plan on just taking that, or is it kind of just something you enjoy to do just for you?
Yeah, so that's a really good question. I have a couple homies and like just coworkers, even my girl, like I've been showing them the routine, like how to work out, what's right and what's wrong, you know what I mean? And to them, they always thank me because without my help, they probably would have had issues that I ran into. But like having me by their side, they can learn all the things I learned through fire for 4 years.
Of course.
And I've been thinking about it, and I think, because I have a few uncles who are actually professional like lifters, and they
really, so it kind of runs in the family.
It does. Okay. I learned that. Yeah. Okay. So I guess that makes sense of why I'm such a gym head. You know. So my uncle was a personal trainer for like 20 years. So that's always something right there for me, you know. The more experience I get, the better, right? And like you said, the physique and like the progress is showing. I'm trying to get to a specific point, like for me, because like you said, I do enjoy doing it myself. I want to enjoy it to the point where I'm like, all right, I'm like satisfied finally with what I have, and then I'm gonna take that and try and give that hope to others. See what I mean?
I like that.
So
yeah.
I want to satisfy myself first fully before I can try and help someone else satisfy them, because I feel like it don't make sense if I'm not satisfied fully yet before I start, if that makes sense.
Got you. Yeah, that makes sense. So when do you think like you'll have the ability to start, training and doing that then? Like, what do you have to hit first?
I think the biggest thing I'm looking for now is shedding the total body, like my stomach, and just getting a layer of like any type of abs.
Okay.
So, because right now I've leaned and I've toned the majority of my body besides my stomach. And so that's how it goes though. When you weightlift and you're bigger and you start losing weight, that's the last part that gets hit.
Like the shred.
Yeah, it's shredded out, right?
The shred.
So I'm trying to go through that, and while I'm doing that, once I get like a 4 or 6 pack, right, at that time I'm gonna be like pretty big in shape, or in size.
Yeah.
And I figure that'll take me another year.
Okay.
So like once that's done, if I'm like progressive correctly, I can see myself in the next year or two starting to take people on and like maybe start paying, and like, you know what I mean, because I know you talked to me before about starting my own label and this and that can help me be.
You should do.
Yeah,
I really do.
Yeah,
I really do. Well, yeah, because like, bro, it's like you have a story that can back up like what you do, right? Like you had started 4 years ago, you were overweight, and now you like learned all this stuff. You've been lifting. You can share that experience with others that might be in that same situation, and they can look up to you for that. Like you were saying with your girlfriend, your friends, I'm sure they all have their story of why they wanted to go to the gym too.
Yeah.
And so if they have you as a reference, like to push them and to like teach them, like it's really beneficial versus someone who's just trying to get it in on their own. Someone who thinks all they have to do is just run, or all they have to do is do curls. You get what I'm saying? Versus everything else. And there's tons of aspects to that. So for you're saying it's once you get the abs, you just kind of want to have that body to showcase. To just kind of like, like just pull up the shirt and just be like, yeah, I can show you a thing or two.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, like remember I was telling you like I want to sustain what I want first.
Yeah.
That's the last thing I want, man. Like I'm looking at myself in the mirror, and like after a good workout, I'm like, I like what I see. And it's just that one thing, that one area. So I'm like, I need to get that, and once I get that, I'm gonna take off, because like the biggest thing for me too is like confidence, right? I don't want to take on a job or a leadership role where I'm not feeling confident.
Do your job or service right.
So like if I finally just finish the image that I love and want to see, man, I'm gonna just take off from there, and like I'm gonna just do all that. Like I love what you said too. You're so right when you say I worked for it because I had a background. I didn't just go to the gym to go to the gym. Nah, I was unhealthy, and like if I kept going that route, man, I would sit here like with a 3XL shirt, like
I seen the pictures on your Instagram.
Yes.
Like you did a total like 180. Yeah.
Yeah, man. That was I look back on those pictures, man, and like I get shocked. Like I get chills. Like right now I got the chills because I'm like,
really?
I'm like, wow, that was me.
Hella motivating.
Yeah. And I was like, damn, like I never want to be back at that again. So like when I see myself struggle, or like see myself like not wanting to go during a day, because it gets tough, man. Like trying to stay on schedule, routine,
trying to balance everything.
Yeah, when you got everything going on, you know how that is. So it's like I always stay in my head, and I'm thinking, I'm like, wow, like I look back at the images, I'm like, okay, I don't want to go back to there though. So like even if I'm going, I'm not giving it full, but I'm going like through like 75%. I'm just quitting on like 2 sets on the day or something like that. I'm getting a workout in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm pushing myself on the sets that I do work. So that's always better ultimately than nothing. And so I just hold myself to a standard where it's like I can't eventually lead others if I'm not leading myself. You know what I mean? I gotta push myself, man.
So where are you at right now? Are you still in the bulk stage, or are you kind of transitioning to shred?
I'm transitioning to shred. Okay. So now that I'm doing the caloric deficit and all that stuff, I'm trying to focus heavy on like calorie intake, and like I'm just starting out to incorporate cardio. That was the biggest thing that I wasn't doing. Wasn't not cardio, I was just weightlifting, because you burn so much weight weightlifting, and like I personally have like a grudge against cardio because one, I hate it.
Yeah,
and two,
like running and stuff.
Yeah, and like you said, like I feel like many people just go to the gym to cardio. I'm like, man, you can do that outside. Like you don't need to go to the gym for that.
Yeah.
Then I was thinking about it, and I was like, all right, I have shed enough, like this 20 pounds recently. I was like, and I've kind of hit, like I'm kind of plateauing recently around the 198, 197. I'm like, okay, I probably need to start implementing cardio and some ab work. I'm getting close to that. Yeah, I'm getting close to like 12 to 13% of body fat. I'm around, I believe, 16 currently, so I just need to shred. And I think adding cardio is what the best thing is going to do for me